Hey everyone, and welcome. So, have you ever been using your smartphone and just felt, well, a little lost? If that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place. Today, we're going to talk about some of those super common frustrations and, more importantly, how to turn all that confusion into pure confidence. Okay, before we dive in, let's get one thing straight right off the bat. If you've ever felt totally frustrated with your phone, just take a deep breath. It is completely 100% normal. The most important thing to remember is this: you are not doing anything wrong. Seriously, this happens to everyone. You know, that feeling of being a bit overwhelmed by technology is so common. But our whole goal here is to just take that feeling away. We're going to show you that these devices are really just tools. And like any tool, learning to use them just takes a little bit of guidance. No fear and definitely no embarrassment. All right, let's jump right into our first section: common smartphone stumbles. And yeah, we're calling them stumbles for a reason, because that's all they are, just little trips that are actually super easy to recover from once you know how. So here they are, the big five. You might even call them the usual suspects. You've got the classic, oops, I did not mean to press that. You've got apps that seem to have a mind of their own. And of course, those mysterious pop-ups and tricky links. We are going to walk through every single one of these together step by step. Okay, so we've identified the stumbles. Now for the important part: how do we actually handle them? Let's move on to the simple steps for success. And I think you're going to see that the fixes are usually way, way simpler than you might imagine. First up, the accidental tap. We've all been there. Your finger slips and bam, you're on a totally different screen. It's so easy to panic, but please remember this: you cannot permanently break your phone just by tapping the wrong thing. All you have to do is look for a back arrow. It's usually at the top or bottom of your screen, or just hit that main home button to get right back to where you started. Next up is what I like to call the haunted app. This is when you leave an application, but it's actually still running in the background, kind of secretly eating up your battery and slowing things down. To really close it, you usually need to bring up all your recent apps. A lot of times you can do that by swiping up from the bottom of the screen and then just swipe that app away. Gone. It's a really simple trick to keep your phone running nice and smooth. Ah, the pesky pop-up. That message that just appears out of nowhere telling you to update something. I know, it can feel a little alarming, right? But here's the absolute key: this is not a virus or some kind of trick. It's actually a really important and helpful message from the people who made your phone or the app. Just think of these updates as a free tune-up for your phone, like an oil change for your car. The companies are always working to build better digital locks and security measures to protect your information. So when you update, you're basically getting all those new locks installed for free. It also helps fix little glitches and sometimes even adds cool new features. It's all about keeping your phone safe and working great. Okay, this one can cause a real moment of panic, can it? You tap something in the settings and all of a sudden the text size goes wild, or a sound turns off, and you have no idea how to undo it. It feels like you've broken something for good, but I promise you, you haven't. Your escape hatch is the settings icon. It almost always looks like a little gear. Once you tap on that, you can look around the different menus. And here's the best part: a lot of sections have a reset to default option. It's like a safety net. The whole system is designed for you to explore, so really, don't be afraid to gently look around to find your way back. Now, for a really, really important one: tricky links. We all get texts and emails with links, and knowing which ones are safe is absolutely crucial. So let's put on our detective hats. A safe link? It's usually from someone you know about something you were expecting. It just looks normal. But a suspicious link? That often comes from a stranger. It tries to make you feel panicked or rushed, and you might even spot spelling mistakes or weird characters. Here it is, the golden rule. This is maybe the most important takeaway from our whole chat today. If a link feels even a little bit weird, trust your gut. It is always, and I mean always, safer to just delete the message than to click on something you're not sure about. So say it with me: when in doubt, don't tap it out. So we've gone through the stumbles and we've talked about the solutions. Now, in our final section, let's put it all together. Let's build a new, fearless way of thinking. This is your path to confidence. This is your new mindset. I want you to repeat these to yourself. First, you cannot break your phone just by exploring it. Second, the back button is your absolute best friend. Third, updates are good guys. They're here to help keep you safe. And finally, and this is a big one, it is always okay to ask for help. There is zero shame in that. And let's end with this thought: Nobody uses their phone perfectly all the time, not even the so-called experts. Real confidence doesn't come from trying to never make a mistake. It comes from knowing that when you do stumble, you have the tools and the know-how to get right back up again. So, I want to leave you with this question. Instead of worrying about what could go wrong, I want you to think about everything you can now do. With these simple fixes in your back pocket, what's the first thing you're going to go explore with your newfound confidence? A new app? A new feature? The choice is all yours.